Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to practice how to do the crow pose. So basically with the crow pose, we have to understand that this is one of the most basic arm balances that we can ever do. But just because it's the most basic arm balance, does that mean that we all do it correctly? Hell no. None of us do it correctly. Also, we have to keep in mind that the crow pose is one of the most important arm balances that we can ever practice just because it sets up the foundation for every other arm balance and inversion that we can do thereafter. Eventually, what we want to do is to get our crow pose so good that it will eventually lead up into a handstand. So if you're a beginner, one of the most hardest things for us to do is learn how to bend our hands and put our body weight on top of our hands. So if you're a complete beginner, then this is going to be a little important for you. So what you want to do before you do any kind of crow pose is learn how to bend our hands and go forward with our head. So we're going to come onto our knees, place our hands underneath our shoulders, and then once we have our hands underneath our shoulders, we're going to move our knees a little bit back. Then we're going to wrap our triceps in, so pull them out, wrap them back in, straighten your hands, and then you're going to lean forward as much as you can with the crown of your head. After leaning forward with the crown of your head, you're going to bend your elbows and take them directly backwards. You're not going to flare them out, you're going to take them backwards. So how does that look? You're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, bring your knees back, wrap your triceps in, lean forward with the crown of your head, and start bending your elbows, but keep them pasted to the sides of your body. So that means it's going to look a little something like this. Once you're halfway down, come back up. So now this is going to be a little hard for most of us, especially if you're a beginner. So what you want to do is you're going to place your hands down, take your knees back, wrap your elbows in, lean forward to the crown of your head, and go down just 2 inches. Come back up. Go down 2 inches. Come back up. 2 inches. Come back up. Then when this gets comfortable, you're going to go down 3 inches. Come back up. 3 inches. Come back up. Now, let's say in a few more days, you feel stronger. You're going to go down halfway. Push yourself back up. Halfway. Push yourself back up. Okay, so what this is going to do, it's going to give us more strength in our triceps. More strength in our triceps and in our front delts means that we are going to be a lot more stable in our crow pose. So to start our crow pose off, we're going to start off in a squatting position. Now, you want to sink down as deep as you can into your squat, right? Once you have yourself deep into your squat, you're going to sink your shoulders into your knees as much as you can. Once you have your shoulders and torso into your knees as much as you can, you're going to squeeze the outside of your shoulders with your knees. Now, if we don't squeeze our knees into the outside of our shoulders, we're going to end up with a crow pose that looks a little something like this, because our knees are going to slip down onto our elbows. Now, there's nothing wrong with this crow pose per se, but we want to stay as compact as possible in our crow pose. The more compact we are, the more power we have to transfer it into that handstand, and we're a lot more stable in our crow pose. So what you want to do is squeeze your knees into the outside of your shoulders, place your hands down, shoulder distance apart. Now you don't want them too close, you don't want them too wide. You want them shoulder distance apart. We're going to squeeze our hands into our mat, wrap our elbows in just like we did before. Wrap those elbows in, come up high onto your tiptoes, and you're going to start to lean forward. You're going to transfer the weight forward, and you're going to squeeze the outside of your shoulders. From here, you're going to go in, and then you're going to lift up one foot and bring that heel into your butt, look forward, and then shift forward a little bit more until the other foot starts to float up. Once it starts to float up, you're going to bring it into your butt, squeeze, and then push into your palms. Bring your feet back down whenever you're ready. and then sit back down. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time. Squeeze your torso into your legs, squeeze your legs into the outside of your shoulders, place your hands down, shoulder distance apart, squeeze your hands into the mat, wrap your elbows in, come up high onto your tiptoes, look forward, start to shift the weight forward. Don't let your knees slip down. Bring one heel into your butt. Look forward, keep your chest up. Bring your other heel into the butt when it starts to float up. Bring everything in. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Bring both feet down and sit back down. Okay, so I hope this helps with your crow pose. And if you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next week with another tutorial.